The thing about narcissistic and emotional abuse is the wounds are usually invisible, yet narcissistic abuse has so many negative impacts. You often walk away from a narcissist still feeling trapped. That's the nature of the emotional abuse. It doesn't leave bruises, it leaves confusion, self-doubt, fear, lack of confidence. And for many, this leads to complex trauma, complex PTSD. This can be developed when someone is exposed repeatedly to emotional harm. Over time, narcissistic abuse damages your mental, your physical, your psychological health. Narcissistic abuse is rarely loud. It's subtle, it's manipulative, and it's persistent. It chips away at your identity until you're no longer sure of who you are as a person, until you're without your own voice in your head. When it comes to narcissistic and emotional abuse and CPTSD, one of the signs is that hypervigilance. You're always on edge, always scanning for danger. Even when you're actually in safe environments, you've learned that moods can change in an instant with people and you're constantly questioning what you did wrong. There's the emotional flashbacks. You don't relive events, but you relive the feelings. Sudden shame, sudden fear, sudden panic can strike without even having a clear trigger. And then there's the difficulty in trusting others, second guessing everyone's motives. Trust was once a weapon that was used against you, and now even kindness feels incredibly suspicious. There's chronic guilt and chronic shame. You blame yourself for absolutely everything. Narcissists train you to carry their guilt until it feels like your own. Feeling empty, feeling numb. You're so used to suppressing your emotions that now you don't always feel anything. You don't feel much at all. It's how you've coped. There's also that low self-worth. Your sense of self is constantly undermined by a narcissistic individual, leaving you believing that you're never enough. No matter what you do, it never feels like enough. You don't feel like celebrating anything because you don't feel like you've achieved anything, because a narcissistic individual once made you feel like you were never enough. And then there's the isolation. You withdraw. Not always because you want to be alone, but because you're tired of explaining pain that no one else can see. You feel safer being alone. That way you can stay busy doing the things that you enjoy. And there's no pain. CPTSD from narcissistic abuse is real. Doesn't make you weak. It means you endured too much for way too long. But healing is possible, and you don't have to do it alone.